are going to get in trouble for this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pink Diamond's live stream. I am her big sister, Yellow Diamond. And today I'm going to tell you a different version of Larry's Lagoon in self insert. A one warning, this is not a children version of this. So I have you know there will be some suggested like topics about this. And we put this on an age restrictions to protect the innocent children from this kind of story.
Period. And also, oh no.
Let me start the story. It's pretty simple.
It is not simple if it's 18 plus. I don't think so, girl.
It is now.
Oh, girl. Oh, no.
So, this all starts. Of course, they can't believe that fateful trip. But that ends up being so fun.
Oh, Yellow, no. Yellow, stop.
Hold on. I'm not even beginning. So we start with the sailor man. Then Bob, he is brave and sure. And then there was another on a 3-hour tour. So we got Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife. There's no movie star, the professor, and here I am.
Oh, no!
So I insert myself in this one, and I'm like Larry and Bob's best friend. We're just chilling, right? So we chill out, and we're just doing our own thing.
Yeah. This is not going to end well.
No, it won't. But it's okay. So, of course, I had a crush on Larry the Cucumber.
Oh, no!
No! Too late. I had a crush on Larry the Cucumber. He was hot.
Oh, Yellow, this is so embarrassing. And to think that people would maybe watch this one day. This is insane.
Hold on. What? I'm just got started.
Oh, Yellow, oh no.
So, we do the dance. Remember this dance? Some veggies with the CCC. You want to do that with me?
Oh, do the dance? Of course. Okay.
So, there we were on our 3-hour tour doing our best to entertain the passengers with this little song they sing. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Okay. Some veggies went to CCC to see what they could see, but all that they could see
With the bottom of the deep blue CCC.
See?
Yeah, girl, that was good.
I wasn't gonna change the song, girl. Well, maybe for the replies.
What replies?
I'm going to surprise you.
Oh no, it's not gonna be good.
And Larry just minding his own business. He's supposed to be, zoning out because Bob told him to actually keep an eye on the, wheel and stuff and be careful. But then he accidentally zones out. And so did I. And I do the replays of stuff that you want to see. La la da da da. Yes, some veggies went to CCC to see what they could see, but all that they couldn't see was a cucumber getting laid with me. Some veggies went to CCC to see what they could see, but their innocence disintegrated, you see, because he went into bed with me.
That is insane! No!
And then after his little zoning out of, when he was telling me when he was zoning out and saying that he was Captain Larry Romanoff, world famous Russian icebreaker pilot. And I said, I want to be your helper. And he said, okay. And he told me all about the whales upside down in the iceberg, and I said, now I wish I was that whale in an iceberg. And I actually enjoy the idea. And he's like, why do you want to do that? And I'm like, well, Larry, you know, to get me unstuck, you gotta grab me. And, it's gonna take a few tries, and you could always, pull me up and down a few times. You know, that could really be super helpful if I was a whale and you were pulling me out. And he's like, I shouldn't be pulling you out. I should break the icebergs, but okay. And I got closer and closer to him and waiting to kiss him, but I didn't kiss him. But he thought of the idea of being a little more nice. And he, had a little crush on me too. But then our zoning out got a little interrupted by Bob for good reasons. And he's like, hey, we're making snow cones out there. You want peach or strawberry? And we're like, no. And he's like, no, Bob. First, I gotta smash these icebergs to freeze some whales. And I said, yeah, and about me too, because, honey, I would love for you to pull me up and down. I can't wait for that movement. And he's like, movement? There are no icebergs around here. And Larry's like, yeah, what do you call that? And then it was a rock, and we all screamed, ah! Every passenger flinged up and down, and one point. And I fell too. Like, I felt like this.
Oh my gosh.
And then Lovey's like, are you sure it didn't say anything about layovers? And he's like, you see, Lovey, I think we kind of got in sort of an accident, Skipper. And he's like, yes, we most certainly had an accident, and I think somebody had some explaining to do. And since they didn't blame me, they blamed Larry. They decided to blame Larry because he was the one in charge of the wheel. And he explained himself. And he was explaining that turns out it was actually a rock and not an iceberg. And the professor's like, it just so happens that the nearest iceberg is 2,640 miles away. What are you thinking? And everybody was mad at Larry. And when he was trying to apologize, he said, I'm sorry. At least the boat's still floating. And then it sank right after he said that. And he's like, oh. And then Archibald was trying to find a phone, the millionaire. And then everybody just, does their own thing, talking and chatting and complaining. While I decided to make Larry feel better. So I said, Larry, it wasn't really your fault on purpose. And I could make you feel better. And he's like, why? How are you going to make me feel better? How? And I got closer to him and said, meet me tonight when we make a hut. And I would like for you to be in the same room where Bob and you and I would be living in. And I kissed him on the lips, gently and softly. Mwah, like that. And he actually got a little, blushful. He was so cute. And then, this is the best part. Oh, Jesus! Help! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help! Police! I didn't get to say it yet. So they built some huts to sleep in, but they were still pretty mad at Larry, except for me. Yellow, don't even no. Yellow, don't do it. I'm gonna do it. It's just a reenactment. Oh, Yellow, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Too late. No, I'm not gonna actually do that to myself. That would be crazy. Oh, so you're just gonna move? Yeah.
Oh, okay. But still, no!
Too late. I'm already doing it.
No! Yellow, don't do it!
Not everyone was mad at Larry. Turns out, Yellow Diamond was very happy for him. Forgiving him in the best way possible.
No!
They were having some fun in the hammock, and there was a lot of noises.
No! This is ridiculous!
And Larry and I were making noises. We were like, oh, and oh, and oh my, and ah. Okay, actually, I did not say oh my. I was like, oh, oh.
Oh, yo, no! No!
And then I was like, oh yes, oh yes.
Oh, no! No!
And Larry was also making noises, and he's like, oh, oh.
No! Not Larry! Not my boy!
And I was like, gee, it's kind of nice out here. Maybe it really isn't so bad after all. Huh, Bob? Bob, you okay? And he's like, not so bad? What do you mean not so bad? You're I'm gonna spell it instead of saying it because I don't want to say anything inappropriate in this live stream and get my sister in trouble, so I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, I mean not say it, spell it. Your Humping, my best friend, right in front of me. Our boat is at the bottom of the ocean, and we're stuck on this island in the middle of nowhere with no way to get home. And you decide to have the S word, and you're trying to get away with it. And I told him, hey, listen, I'm not trying to get away with it. I'm just doing that right in front of you. I wasn't trying to hide that. And also, we already signed a contract to be married officially. So, yeah, you're welcome.
Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! That's insane!
Yeah, it is. And I also told him, well, I have you know that I'm having a great time forgiving Larry in the best way possible. Oh. And he's like, seriously, do you have to do this? And he's like, what Larry did was crazy. And then Larry's like, I said I was sorry. At least you could forgive me. And he's just flabbergasted by that question. And he's like, well, it's just that we're, can't you see we're, and I'm like, can you stop trying to moan like us? You know good and well you're not joining in this. And then he says, I just can't. Oh. And I said, honey, that's not how you say it. You know good and well when you say oh, you don't say it like oh, like the letter O. No, you say like, oh. Not like, oh, I'm so bored. It's and then Larry's just really sad, and we're just, standing up and doing our face. Well, not really standing up, but we're just kneeling up or whatever you call it. We sat up and just, we're gonna call this the bounce.
The what?
The bounce.
Not the bounce!
And he's like, I said I was sorry. And Bob said something that made him really sad, and it made me stop. He's like, well, that's just not good enough. Good night. And then I immediately stopped and felt pity for Larry. I said, Larry, are you okay? As I put my hand on his face. And he said, not good enough. Not good enough? He means I'm not good enough. I said to him, I know how you feel. They all think I'm not good enough. I think they'd be happier if I just left. And I said, I'll go with you. And we'll find a better place to have the S word.
Oh no!
So that's what I'll do, he said. I'm just going to take my things and my wife and just go away. Yeah. I don't have anything. So I'll just go with just my hat and my wife. And then the last thing he said was, goodbye, Bob. I hope you find a first mate that's good enough. And I called him a B-word hole.
Oh, what?
It's okay. It's called butthole. I called him a butthole.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say it in the live stream. I don't want to get my sister in trouble. Please do not get my sister in trouble. It is not her fault. Please. I take full accountability. Please don't get my sister banned from this platform because of what I said. I apologize. So then we got into the other area outside of the huts and we went into the, forest and we had our little thing and we were busy, dreadfully busy. It was so much fun and so nice to do. Busy, shockingly busy. But this thing's just not for you. Oh! And then we were making noises. We were making more noises than the animals that were trying to sleep. And I was having the best time. Both of us were. And we were having a great time. And we did that till the morning.
You did that till the morning?
Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh. And then, yeah. Next morning. And then I let out this very shocking, big noise. Ah!
Oh my gosh, that is insane.
And 3 months later. 3 months later, Lovey came out with a baby because she gave birth.
What?
In the morning, she came out with a baby, and Alfred came out as well after helping his wife give birth because they, of course, had a baby. They also had their little lovey-dovey stuff. And he's like, I wonder where the skipper is. Who? You know, the big red round fellow. And she's like, oh yes, where is he anyway? I don't know. That's what I was wondering. Oh, I see. He's like, have you seen... Does anybody see Larry and his wife? Larry and his wife? And he's like, who said that? Oh, it was that tree over there. Really? What did it say? I think he said he was looking for Larry and his wife. Now, who's Larry and his wife? Oh, you remember. He's the boy that smashed the boat and ruined our vacation. That's the one. Yeah. And I hope that tree gets him, suits him right. Here. But the wife, they must have had fun in that hut that night. That must have been pretty fun. Yeah, that's why we did that like almost like a year ago. It was like months ago, and we were having a great time.
So she was pregnant that whole time, and she didn't have the baby till that morning?
Yep.
That is insane.
And then they finally looked up after Bob says, hello, people! Have you seen Larry? Oh, look, Fluffy, it's the skipper. Oh, I didn't know tomatoes grow on trees. Well, actually, oh, never mind. Skipper, what are you doing out there? I'm looking for Larry and his wife, Yellow. When I woke up this morning, they were both gone. The only thing I saw was Ribbon.
Ribbon?
Hey, I tied myself up. Oh! Okay, I made that part up, sorry. Now, there was nothing left in there, just a wrinkled hammock, and it still stayed the same way. He's been looking for us for like 3 whole months. And then, out of nowhere, the professor finally comes out with an invention to get them out of here. And it was like a catapult from Angry Birds. And speaking of which, there's a reference. He, instead of getting Bob, a regular Bob, coconut, no, he got a coconut that was in the form of an Angry Bird, but he called it Bob, the Angry Bird.
Oh my gosh, if his name is Bob as a real character, oh my gosh. If they don't get a bird named Larry, I swear, if they don't get an Angry Bird named Larry, then I'm gonna be raging so much.
I don't know. So he pulled the cork and, yep, bumped it ahead, fallen down, and the house is gone. A house? Ow. And he's like, oh dear. Look what you done to our house, and we were just about to pay child support.
Oh my gosh, what?
And he's like, you bumped me in the head with a coconut. And he's like, wow, I don't mean to do that.
And he said, stop with your sarcasm. Period.
And then he actually apologized the right way. And he's like, what I did was really wrong, and I'm very sorry. I really hope you can forgive me. And he said it the most genuine way that it was better. And then Bob decided to forgive him. And then he apologized to the mayor and his wife.
And to the baby.
The baby?
What was it?
A girl. It was a girl.
Aww.
And then they also forgave him too. And then they finally realized how forgiveness actually feels. And it actually feels great. And then they realized that they did not forgive Larry. And maybe the wife is mad at them for not forgiving him, because I did say that I was the only one that forgave him. So then they decided to make amends trying to find us. And the thing they saw was probably the most surprising thing they have ever seen. It was a pretty boat, like you would see in Italy, I think.
Oh my gosh.
And, he was rowing the boat. And then he's like, you mind what I mean? Wait a minute, hold on. So he's like, hey, little buddy, come back. We have something to say to you. And he's like, I'm about leave. And he's like, what? And then he blew and he asked me to tell him. And I said to them, he said you guys don't like him anymore, so he is just going to leave. Period. And he still didn't hear what we said. And then they noticed my stomach, and then they asked what was going on with my stomach and why is my belly like that. I said, oh, you didn't hear? I'm pregnant. And they're like, what?
Oh, Jesus, what have I just heard?
And they're just like, what, you're pregnant?
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, it was shocking. And I was explaining how fun it was, having the lovey-dovey thing. And then it shows a scene where I'm just like having fun and going like, oh, and going like, and and then yeah, that's enough. I don't want to get you in trouble than you're already dealing with. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Aww. So then when he finally said what he had to say to them, and he said, we do like you, Larry, and Lovey, of course, helps out with yes, and we forgive you for smashing the boat. And he finally gets the boat back, and he's like, you do? And we agree. And Bob explains, we realize that everybody makes mistakes sometimes, and it was wrong for us to not forgive you when you say you were sorry. And he's like, yeah? And then my water broke at that very moment. And he's like, yeah, and wait a minute, what? Wait, no, he didn't say that yet. I said after the water broke, after what Larry said, and I was like, oh, my water broke. And he's like, yeah, and wait, what? And then he tries to get back to his topic, and he's like, do you forgive us for not forgiving you? And he said, okay, I forgive you guys. And they were all relieved. And I was like struggling. And then the Jamaican palm tree, remember? The palm tree was like, hello. Oh my gosh! And they're wondering what it was. And Lovey was the only one that actually was telling the truth. She's like, oh, it's the Jamaican tree. And I was like, oh, Jamaican, now that's cool. And then I was giving birth. I was like, ow! Ow! And it was like crazy. It was crazy. I was giving birth for like, oh my gosh, it was painful.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
And then when I was giving birth, and then when I finally gave birth to my baby, it came out, and then oh wow, I let out a really big scream like this. Ah! Okay, sorry about that. Sorry. That was too loud. But anyways, then I gave birth to the baby, and I was relieved. And it was a girl.
Oh, That is so beautifully, insanely beautiful. Yes. And then the tree comes out and say, I'm so happy yet you're forgiving each other. It makes me want to sit. Oh. And then one look at me. But anyways, before that, I looked at Larry and I said, I don't think I deserve you. What? So I did something for his sake. I told him that we were not exactly meant to be. What? And I cut off the contract so we wouldn't be officially married. And I said I wasn't gonna make a prenup so he can have all the money he needed to take care of the baby. And he didn't mind. He was like, "What?" And everybody was shocked that I was automatically saying no. But not because I saw the tree yet. No, I didn't see him yet. I was just like, you know what? I don't deserve you. You need somebody. And besides, my best friend has a crush on you. And I shouldn't be taking you away from her. So you can have the baby. And you have all the money to pay that child support. And, you be its mama. Oh, that's sad, but sweet. It's a bittersweet. Yeah, it's bittersweet. And then he had a little kiss on the forehead. I gave him a kiss on his forehead and told him if we could be just friends. And I was like, yeah. No, he said if we can, or I said it. I said, no, they just friends. Like, we could just be friends. And he's like, okay, yeah, that's no problem. So I kissed him on the forehead, and he also kissed me on my face cheek. And we were just, hugging it out. We hugged it out, and he didn't mind it. He was accepting. Aww. And he's like, besides, I don't know if I'm ready for 15 babies. 15! And then that's when the palm tree comes out of nowhere, and he's like, oh, didn't know you were that hot. Didn't know you were that pretty. And I was like, oh. Oh. I love you already. And I was like, you wanna sing? Like, what? Wait. No. He said, it makes me want to sing. Do you mind? And I was like, well, I don't mind at all. And everybody's like, no! And I said, yeah. I mean, no. Everybody said, yeah! And I said, no. I said, we're gonna sing, and we're also gonna, you know what? Oh! And we were about to do some naughty things. Oh no! And everybody was fully, good and ready to do this. Oh, and also, when Alfred and the others were talking about how are you pregnant and how did your water broke? No. How are you this pregnant? And I said, well, I'm not really a human, so you can't expect me to be pregnant like normal people do. My pregnancy is not the same as other people because I'm not a person. Oh. Yeah, so after all that, and the palm tree and I were about to have a love. Oh, yellow, stop it! And then, at the really perfect timing, the professor came with the helicopter after I said, well, you may want to go to that helicopter. And they're like, what helicopter? I pointed and said, that helicopter. That's how you're going to get back home. And yeah, they bolted to that helicopter, but the baby also said his first words. It said, Mama. And I said, bye-bye. And it said, bye-bye, Mama. And I went to the baby and gave her her last kisses and said, I love you, Mama. She said, I love you, Mama. And I said, I love you too. And I gave her the kisses, and she gave me kisses back. Because, hey, I'm not human. Oh. Yeah. And then I told Larry that all the money was his, and that you're going to be a great father. Gave him one last kiss. And we were going to miss each other, but I said that it was going to be okay, and that we could just be friends. And it was no problem to him. And, one last hug and kiss to the little baby.
And then I gave her back to Larry and told him to be the best mother for her. And he promised. He promised. And Bob, Larry, and the rest of the gang, went to the helicopter as quickly as possible. And then, yeah, the palm tree and I went into the area where, like, the hut or the house was, or just the jungle. And we were doing some things, and we were singing. This is how we're singing. No! 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 We were like, oh, you know that in love we can forgive. It is the only way to live. No! Oh, beg God and see that we can live in harmony. God has forgiven us, it's true. You forgive me, I forgive you. I'm gonna start to show forgiveness of my heart. Yellow! Oh my gosh! Stop it! So do your part and show forgiveness of my heart. And then, yeah. And we were having some fun. Having so much fun with you makes me so glad. Oh, yes, it's true. I'm gonna start to have fun with you into our house and heart. With no more spouse, gonna have fun inside the house. Cha cha cha. Oh! Okay, it's the end. That was the most messed up version of Larry's Lagoon I have ever heard in my whole entire life. Okay. Jesus help us all, please. I can't do it. Jesus. Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My innocence is torn to pieces. It's my offering. Da, 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 da. Don't leave me all alone. Da, 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 da. Take me to the King. Oh my gosh, Pink, don't die. Oh, no, 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 I'm just singing the song. Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to, No, Yellow. I can't believe you thought that. I love you, Pink. I love you too. I'm sorry if I got too naughty with the story. Oh, Yellow, you're just trying to have fun. A little too much fun. Yeah, sorry. I really hope I don't get banned because of what you did. I hope I don't get you banned too. I'm so sorry. But hey, since you put it in an age restriction, I don't think that would really exactly get me in trouble then because then, there wouldn't be as much problems because then they'll know that this is actually for mature audience now. And because you actually put it on there, good job. Great job. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, time to end it before, anything else happens. Oh my gosh. This is insane. My apologies for this, y'all. So please remember to subscribe to Pink Diamond and make sure to leave a comment if you would like to hear more stories. No! Nice stories, nice stories. The nice stories. That's for everybody, not for 18 plus. Sorry. Oh, okay. Okay. So like she said, the other stories, and what she means is just nicer stories. Yes, the innocent ones. Sorry. I'm so sorry about my behavior for those who probably lost their innocence from watching this and probably bypassed by watching it on their parents' phones because that's the only time you get to actually bypass something. So shame on you for doing that, and also shame on me. Yeah, well, I cannot believe you. Yeah. Sorry, Pink. I forgive you. Aww. Okay. So we're just gonna go now? Yeah. So God bless you, everyone. God bless you.
You're gonna need to pray more.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye and God bless you.
God bless you.